Hello and welcome to the .store channel. In this video, I'll show you how to enable WooCommerce customers to request a quote using a plugin. This plugin adds a request a quote option to your WooCommerce website. Instead of the usual add to cart button, customers will see an add to quote or request a quote button. Customers can click on the request a quote button and send their quote request to the website admin. The admin will receive all requests, manually enter pricing for each product, provide discounts for bulk purchases, and send a customized quote back to the customer. You can also send quotes in PDF format. Additionally, customers can log into the website and view all their quotes in the My Account section of the WooCommerce website. To enable the request for a quote on your WooCommerce site, install .store's Request Quote for WooCommerce plugin. Once you install and activate the Request Quote for WooCommerce plugin, navigate to .store plugins and then Request a Quote menu in your WordPress dashboard. Clicking on this will redirect you to the Global Settings page, where you'll find multiple options to customize the Request a Quote process based on your business needs. Let's explore some of the global settings available. First, we have General Settings. Here, you can enable or disable the Request a Quote button on single product pages, shop or archive pages, and even the cart or checkout page. After that, Buttons and Labels. Here we can customize the style of the Request a Quote button and default messages. Then, next tab is Quote Page Settings. Here we can configure settings for the Request a Quote page, including page layout options and displayed information in the product table. Additional settings allow enabling the Update Cart button and defining redirection after quote submission. Next, we have the Quote Settings. Here you can define options for customers after they submit a quote request, such as allowing your customers to accept or reject quotes, blocking cart content, enabling auto-send quote, and setting expiration time. Next we have Quote PDF Settings. If you want to generate and send quotes in PDF format with your customers, you can configure the settings here. After that, My Account Page Settings. Here you can customize how quote requests appear in the customer's My Account section, including modifying the menu label. Last, we have Emails. Here you can manage email notifications for different stages of the quote process. Such as, when a customer submits a quote request, the admin receives an email, and the customer also gets a confirmation email. Another example is once the admin sends a quote, the customer will receive an email with the details. You can customize these emails by clicking on the Manage button here. Next, let's go to the Manage Rules page. Here, you need to define a rule to enable the Request a Quote button on single product pages. You can create multiple rules by clicking on this Add New button. We already have one rule for all products, so let's edit it to review the settings. First of all, here you need to set Status Toggle on to activate the rule. After that, set a title for admin reference to manage multiple quote rules. Then, choose whether to show the Request a Quote button on all products, or specific products, categories, or tags. You can also restrict it to specific user roles. Next option is Hide Product Price. Enable this to hide product prices by default. You can also set a custom label to display instead of the price or leave it blank if you don't want to show any message. Next option is Hide Add to Cart buttons. Here, you can choose whether to replace the Add to Cart button entirely or allow both Request a Quote and Add to Cart buttons to be displayed. Once all settings are configured, click Save Settings. Now, let's go to the Quote Requests page. Here, you'll see all quote requests submitted by customers. For example, as shown here, an admin user has submitted a quote request. When you edit the request, you can view details such as customer information, requested products, quantity, and prices. You can modify product prices and quantities by clicking the pencil icon, allowing you to offer discounts or adjust quantities. Once saved, the system will update the quote, reflecting the changes. For example, for this customer, we have provided $3 discount. Finally, we have reviewed some important features of the plugin. Also, as you can see, the Request a Quote plugin offers a wide range of features to streamline the quoting process. We have prepared detailed documentation as well covering all features. So, feel free to check the documentation. I'll attach the link in the description below. Explore the plugin settings based on your requirements and customize it to fit your store's needs. Now, let's take a closer look at how the Request Quote feature works in action from the front end. Okay, so now we are on the front end of our WooCommerce store, currently viewing a single product page. Here, you can see that our plugin has disabled product prices, and instead of the standard Add to Cart button, we now have a Request a Quote button. This allows us to submit a quote request for this product. Let's say I want to purchase 5 units of this product. I will submit a quote request for 5 items. After clicking the button, this product will be added in our quote request list. You can also see it in Mini Quote Basket here. By clicking on this button, we can view the Request Quote page. From this page, we can review all the products added to our quote list, and if needed, we can also update them. Now, below this product details table, we have a quote request form where we need to fill in all the required fields before submitting. Once we click the Submit button, our request is successfully sent to store admin. As a store owner, the request will be received in the back end, and the admin will also receive an email notification for the new quote request. Let me show you the email. Here is the email notification that the admin will receive. We can also customize this email content from plugin settings. By clicking the provided link in the email here, the admin can directly access the quote request page in the back end, where they can view customer details, product quantities, and modify the request if needed. For example, the admin can offer a discount for bulk purchases and send the updated quote back to the customer. Once finalized, the admin simply clicks the Send Quote button to send the revised quote to the customer. Now, let's check the customer's email. Here is the email the customer receives with the quote details. Directly from the email, the customer can accept or reject the quote. Additionally, the customer can also view all quote requests from their My Account section. Let me show you. Here in My Quotes, the customer can view their all quote requests that they have submitted in this store. They can see the requested products, quote subtotals, discounts and final total. If the customer agrees with the quote, they can accept it and proceed with a regular order. Otherwise, they can reject the quote. Now, let's proceed with accepting the quote and placing an order. Once accepted, the quoted items are automatically added to their cart, including products, quantities and even provided discounts. The customer can now fill in all required the billing details and submit the order as a regular WooCommerce purchase. Once the order is successfully placed, we can return to the quote requests page. Here, we can see that the status of the quote request has automatically updated to converted to order. Additionally, all status updates are automatically applied based on actions taken by either the admin or the customer. We can also track which orders have been converted from a specific quote request by checking the order numbers. By clicking on the order ID here will show the full order details. This order was successfully placed using the Request a Quote process. Now you understand how the Request a Quote for WooCommerce plugin works and how it can streamline your custom quoting process on your WooCommerce store. I hope this video guide has been helpful to you. If you need any assistance or have any questions about the WooCommerce Request a Quote plugin, please let us know in the comments below. We are happy to help. For premium plugins, visit our website and to test the plugin click on the link below given in the description. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons.